That's what we doing. Yeah, sending that data. YouTube online. Let's see. This is a test. That's a test. Ooh. 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 Mm-hmm. Let me see if this chat works. I see niggas in the YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Coming through. Coming through the YouTube. I'm taking calls. Hold on. Okay. Sp8ghost is now live on Twitch. Okay. How come I can't see my YouTube though? How come I can't see the All right, cool. Hello from LA, Brenda Sykes. What's poppin'? I saw that. In the chat. Is this chat working? Let me see. Let me pull up YouTube. Because nigga, chat. These people be bugging. Okay. What's up? Feel free to call in. The number works. Somebody called before, but I missed your call. Feel free to call back. Live on 3 platforms. Let me see. Is this shit going? We going. Heard about a lot of things. Damn. Does this shit work for real? What if I test it right here? Test. That don't come up there. Oh, it do come up. It's a little delayed. Salute to everybody on YouTube. Salute to everybody on Instagram. Mr. Juice in the building. What's poppin'? Salute to everybody. Oh, here we go. Calls coming in. Yo. You on the line?
Yeah, hello, you can hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Why you disguising your voice?
I'm not disguising my voice. You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, what's up? What's the topic?
The topic is ghost stories. Do you have a ghost story?
Nah, I'm not mystified. I don't believe in ghosts.
You don't believe? Why don't you believe in ghosts, sir?
Well, I don't really believe in anything supernatural like that.
Why not?
I'm not mystified, you know?
What does mystified
I think that's all
mean?
nonsense.
What does that mean?
It means like believing in, like the supernatural, like the... Like the third dimension, like the supernatural, like the boogeyman, you know, stuff like that. I don't believe in none of that.
Have you ever gotten high before?
Of course, man.
So how? Off what, weed?
Of course, off tree, off. I dropped Sid before, all that.
You've dropped acid before?
Yeah.
Okay. So you, during your acid experience, you didn't see things that made you question reality?
Nah, none of that. I had a good vibe. I had a good trip, but I didn't see anything like, otherworldly, like third dimension.
Okay, that means you had a bad batch and you didn't take enough.
Nah, no, it doesn't, bro. You bugging, Ghost.
One of the two, man. You gotta see. If you don't go to other worlds, then you ain't taking enough. You ate mushrooms before?
Nah, never. I never did ayahuasca. None of that.
Never did ayahuasca.
Nah, no DMT. None of that. Just Sid.
Okay. I think you should expand your horizons. You shouldn't say things are not real if you haven't experienced them.
Have you Have you seen things in like a third dimension, otherworldly?
I've taken acid before. I've seen crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I believe
Okay.
my mind is
How do
out
you
there,
know?
man.
How do you? And my bad to cut you off, but how do
No,
you
no,
know that just wasn't your imagination?
it wasn't my imagination. What's my
Mm.
imagination? Ghosts and shit? Nah, man. If you gone deep in drugs, you know that everything in this world is connected, and it's not explainable. You can't explain death. You know what I'm saying? You can't explain death. You can't explain certain things.
Oh,
So
I can. I definitely can.
so you know what happens when you die.
I can break it down for you right now if you want me to.
What happens to you? You know what happens when you die. So when you die, you know what's gonna
Eternal
happen.
darkness. Eternal darkness. Eternal darkness. It's the end. That's it.
So
Fade
it's
to
just
black,
dark.
bro.
It's nothing happens.
There's nothing after this, bro. You go into a deep, long sleep. It's over. It's like imagine you're in a room,
Okay,
right?
hold
And you
on.
turn the
So
lights off. Everything goes black.
you sleep. So you sleep. So
You
you
cease to
dream, right?
exist.
You dream.
Oh, nigga, not a literal sleep, my nigga.
But
Not
do you
dreaming, because
dream? I just
dreaming,
asked the question. Do
dreaming,
you
dreaming is a
dream?
function of our consciousness, and it
Do
helps
you
our bodies
do
revitalize
you?
while we sleep. I'm talking
But
about when you reach the end, my nigga. It's over. It's eternal darkness.
it's not eternal darkness.
What is it then?
It's
You explain to me.
everything in this world is connected. Everything from the trees to the TV you watching to the people next to you. Everybody is connected to each other in some way or form. We just go back. I don't know what happens. I can easily say I don't know what happens, but I know damn
I don't
sure it ain't
either.
no
I
eternal
agree to
darkness.
disagree.
I know damn sure it ain't no eternal darkness because when you sleep, you dream. When you sleep, you dream. So, what is that? Tell me what that is. What is dreams if it's eternal darkness when you die?
A function of our human body that's been proven through science. Like
What is
when
a
you dream,
dream though?
you
What is
need
it?
you need it. Your
You've
brain is basically
experienced a
recharging your
dream,
body.
correct? You have
You gonna let me explain? Or you gonna talk over me?
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, when you fall asleep, it's been scientifically proven that your brain is recharging your body. You go through there are certain cycles of your sleep,
Uh-huh.
and a part of that is like your REM cycle. Like a part of that when you're in REM,
Uh-huh.
basically you have very vivid dreams. That's a part of your consciousness. You asked me about death. I'm telling you, when you die, like when it's your time to go,
Uh-huh.
your brain shuts off. You cease to have a consciousness. All that is over.
No.
In
I
my
think your
mind, in my
consciousness
theory,
goes
it just
away. I don't
ends.
think you
Everything goes
just
dark. It's eternal darkness.
no, man. That's the body. I'm talking your consciousness is totally different from what's going on in your body. You're conscious of yourself and you're conscious of things that are around you and things that's going on. You can see, you can feel, you can touch, you can move around. You're conscious of all these things. That's your consciousness. It the only reason why like this glass I'm holding is I know it's a glass is because I've been taught that it's a glass. But my
Mhm.
conscious like like when I taste the lemonade in this glass, it gives
Mhm.
me a feeling that some people don't feel that. Some people don't like lemonade. They think it's sour. They think it's this. That's my consciousness. It's just my own personal thing. It's like a soul. That shit.
There's no such thing as a soul, my
Oh,
nigga.
all
I'm gonna
right,
keep
all
it
right.
real with
I'm
you.
about to
There's
hang
no
up
such thing.
because what are you talking about, fam? We're all not
There's
the
no such
same.
thing,
If there was
bro.
no such thing as a soul,
That's
we
all
will all
made
be
up
the
in the human
same.
mind, bro. Science has not proven that exists, bro. And I'm gonna
Bro,
keep it real with you. I'm keeping it real with you.
science can't prove everything, and science is not the end all be all of things. You can
It is
disprove.
though. It is
No,
though,
it's
bro. We
not.
in the 21st
Science.
century. It is,
Hold on.
nigga. It is, bro.
Hold on. Science is the practice of trying to make a fact, and it's a scientific fact can be disproven by another scientific fact. It's the study of things. It's not the factual evidence of things. You understand what I'm saying to you? Everything can be
Mhm.
changed. Science can be changed. It's not about like if an alien came down here from Earth and turned water into something else, we would have to explain that through science. It's a whole thing. Science is a practice. It's not a fact. It's not like concrete. Nothing is concrete in this world. You could say it is, you could like it, and you could believe it in your soul, but a scientist will tell you that this is what we believe as of today, because things could change over time. There's scientists back in the 70s that thought if you could rip out your tooth and nothing happens if you just drink some rum. Like, we updated the science. Science is a forever changing thing.
Yeah, I don't even know how to argue with that. I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you is that constantly, every day, science evolves and it proves different things about us as human beings.
Yes. So when you can't say things like there's not a soul
as mankind.
You can't say things like there's not a soul. If there wasn't a soul, we would all be the same.
Can you prove that Sp8ghost? Hold up. I'll let you speak.
What are you talking about?
Can you prove to me that there's a soul?
Yes. Do you like mustard on your hot dogs?
Nigga, that's taste buds,
bro. I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question. Do you like mustard on your hot dogs?
First, bro.
Do you like mustard on your hot dogs?
Pause. I don't eat hot dogs.
All right. Do you like... what's a food you don't like?
I don't like sweet potatoes.
You don't like sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes. Nah. So your soul tells you that to dislike this sweet potatoes, bro. I like it. I am different from you. My soul is I'm a different person.
No, your taste buds are different than mine, bro.
Because it's genetically,
it literally has to do with nerve endings on your tongue.
Are you fucking crazy?
It has to do with nerve endings on your tongue.
It's a history. It's a pattern. Some people are scared of dogs because they have a history in their lineage of their family.
That's psychological
being scared of dogs.
That makes them fear dogs, bro. No, that's psychological conditioning that makes them feared of dogs.
No, bro. No.
That has nothing to do with your ancestral lineage.
It does.
It makes you have a fear of dogs.
It does, bro.
It has nothing to do with that, bro.
It does.
It's psychological conditioning.
Do you see the similarities between you, your mother, your father, and other people when their mother and their father? It has a direct effect.
Yeah. You know
your
why?
genetics
affects
you.
Because of conditioning, bro.
It's not conditioning.
Because of conditioning, bro. Because my dad likes to read, right? He's very well educated. You know what he did as a kid? He taught me, you have to go to the library. You have to read. It's conditioning. He passed it on.
You ain't reading enough because you're saying some dumbass shit. You saying there's not a soul when you are your own person. Like, you are your own thing. If we didn't have souls, everybody would be the same. We'd be like robots. Like, everybody would be the same fucking thing.
We all have different characteristics, bro. That's what
I am not the same from my father.
Bro.
Regardless of that, me and him like the same things. I am not the same as him.
Yeah, you know why? Because you have different characteristics. That's what makes you different.
Because
it has nothing to do with your soul, bro.
That's your soul.
It has nothing to do with your soul, bro.
All right. So what does that have to do with?
I just told you. It has to do with you and your father each have different characteristics. That's what differentiates the both of you.
So what is a soul to you?
It doesn't exist, my nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Do you know? I thought you read.
I do read.
So what is the definition of a soul?
I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, it doesn't exist. What is the definition of a soul to you? Define what a soul is, please.
I'll tell you.
Educate me. Enlighten me. What is a soul to you?
A soul, or psyche, Greek for to breathe, comprised of the mental abilities of a living being, reason, character, feeling, consciousness, memory, perception, thinking, etc. Depending on the physiological system, a soul can be either mortal or immortal. So it's everything that makes you who you are. That is a soul.
Nigga, how do you
your
get
way
that
of
off
thinking,
based
your
off
way of feeling, the
way
way you reason, who you are as a character, your memory, the things that you've gone through and you remember, your perception, your thinking, the way you think.
That's your characteristic,
your soul, bro.
That has nothing to do with the fucking soul.
I just told you this is the definition.
You
of
just
soul.
pulled a definition off Google.
But that's what a soul is.
You led me into some trap, bro. Like,
trap, man. You
pulled that shit
in
off
denial.
Of Google,
so you just a soulless being running around
you pulled
in
that
denial.
shit off of Google, bro.
Bro, Google
you pulled a white man's
down,
definition off of Google to break me down and what is.
I just told you the same thing before I even looked up Google. They just put it in a more concise, regular thing.
You got it, bro. We can agree to disagree.
All right, bro.
I got a question before you bang the line on me. I got a question real quick. When's the next Sp8ghost dropping? Pooh
tomorrow.
My bad.
We drop Pooh and Space Saturday or Sunday, depending on.
When are y'all gonna link up and take live phone calls?
We're not gonna take live phone calls. We might do a live for the Pooh and Space Force. But other than that, we're not gonna go live with Pooh and Space. We getting bigger bags.
That's what's up.
It's at a disservice. It's at a disservice to the listeners that don't listen on YouTube, because we got people listening on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that. So
I got you.
We put it out all at once. We put it out the same day we shoot it, so it's kind of live basically.
I got you. I appreciate you taking my call. Be easy.
I'm drinking this. Somebody hit me on the YouTube. Who's this? Aki Bukna or whatever the fuck this is. Hit me on the YouTube. I'm drinking this shit right here from The Rock. If you smell, feel free to call in with your ghost stories. Everybody's talking to me about consciousness and souls and robots. Pooh and Space need to be in Shammy's basement. Shammy's fixing his basement. He don't want y'all to see the white walls. Pooh and Space sounds crazy. It does. A soul has religious, mystical, demographic organs. It's not scientific. It's not. A soul, like, I don't understand why somebody would say there's no soul. That's like, everybody is different. Everybody makes who they are. Some people need drugs so they can understand where I'm coming from. It's hard to explain. Like, if you never had certain drugs, you would think that, like, everything is fucking solid. Shout out to niggas on Instagram. YouTube is popping. Shout out to niggas on Twitch. Let me see who's in here. Parrish, I block you because you was just talking crazy. JoJo, new agent ENT, what up? Balls deep. Rakim the Tech Man. Who's that? Grind Time TV, always in the game. Aki Betha. This is crazy. Sounds scared. Scared of what? Yogi in the building. New Age ENT. DeMonte. Feel free to call in. Why is your view on a soul a fact? My view on the soul is not a fact. My view on the soul is what it is. It's the definition of a soul. It's the things that make you. What you remember in your life is not what I remember in my life. We are two totally different people. That's what makes a soul. How much does that? The tequila goes, I think it's like $40 or something. I don't even know. You want to call Shammy? Let's call Shammy. Let me see. Let me call Shampoo. Oh, somebody's calling. Let's take this call. Yo.
Yo, you don't feel no way about not being able to prove that there's no soul?
You can't prove that there's no. I can prove that there's a soul, bro. What are you talking about?
How you gonna prove that there's a soul?
How do you prove that there's a soul?
Yeah.
Do you like mustard on your hot dogs?
Hey, yo. My guy.
You see? That's why there's a soul. That's why there's a soul right there. You just said their first instinct is to think some homophobic shit.
Oh, so that's because it's in my soul?
That's your soul. It's in your soul. I don't think like that. You think like that. You thought the gay shit, not me. You just thought that shit. No.
Your first instinct was to bring up a phallic object.
Your first instinct was to think it was gay. A hot dog is a hot dog.
Why did you have to identify whatever point you about to make next? Why did you have to bring it up?
A hot dog is a hot dog. If you thought it was gay because I mentioned a hot dog, that is in your soul that you believe that.
We are talking on the phone at this point. So you talking to me about a hot dog, and I've never spoken to you before. It's, hey, yo, I don't care who you are.
It's not, hey, yo, it's a hot dog. Hot dog is a food. It's a hot dog.
I called you on my phone.
You thought it was gay. That means in your soul, that touched your soul in some type of way.
Yeah, whatever. You can't prove that it's a soul, though.
It is. I just proved it right there.
No, you didn't. You just make that equivalation, but
I just touched your soul when you thought some gay shit.
You're well versed in the internet, and I know that you surf a lot, right? So I know that you probably come across the experiment with the 2 buttons, and you don't have to make a choice as to whether or not which one you're going to choose. But right before you're even able to, you can never do it faster than the computer. Because the computer moves faster than you, but it knows what you're going to do beforehand. How far back does that go? We are only able to calculate that from when it happens in your brain to when you actually do it. It's like such a huge delay that how far back does that delay actually go?
I have no idea.
Did you see that experiment that I'm describing?
I have no, I don't.
So it's 2 buttons. It's 2 buttons, and you go to push one of the buttons.
Okay.
But before you ever get a chance to actually touch a button, the button is lights up because it already knew, and not only when you were going to do it, but which one you were going to choose.
So it chose for you.
No, this is what you intended to do, but the gap between what's in your head and when you actually do something, that gap in time is what we identify as consciousness. It's what we. So essentially, you can say, because we don't know the actual source, you can say that it chose for you, or the choice was made beyond your understanding. Like even the words that we're choosing right now, the words are not my choosing.
So you're saying you don't choose what you say. It just knows.
So what I'm saying is that there's a gap in understanding, and what we do is we take that gap in understanding and we fill it with, it's a soul, it's a spirit, it's a something else, it's me being in my internal voice. But the truth is, we are a collaborative of a bunch of microorganisms that could ultimately be running us as we know it. But we just don't know certain things. So when people insert religions, people insert souls, people insert things that's not tangible, not only that they're wrong, because you're right to believe whatever you want to, but there is no proof of it. That's why I just asked you, why was it a fact?
I never said it
why
was a
is your
fact.
Opinion a fact?
I just believe there's a soul. Because we're not all the same, man. We're just not. What makes you up doesn't make me up. Like what you've been through, I haven't been through. That's your soul.
And the microorganisms
that's
running your mouth is different than the one that's running mine.
Yeah, but
you listen to Joe Rogan talk about gut biome, right? And the stuff inside your stomach and how it affects your behavior and affects your...
None of that shit. I'm not even talking scientifically.
No, but what I'm saying is when you start to go into particulars, I'm not
going into particulars. I'm going into the facts of life. You have a job. I have a job. You have a different job than my job. That's too, like, your soul is different from mine. Like, you are different from me. That's a soul.
An opinion is all I'm saying. To fill that gap into which is, as you're describing it.
But you think a soul is chemicals? Like, what do you think a soul is?
I'm saying I don't know. I don't know. It could I've seen parasites tell ants to grow to the highest tree just because it's warm up there.
Okay.
We don't know what's going on. We keep acting like we know, and as long as we keep doing that, then we stifle where we can go because we keep acting like we know something.
So you don't believe? Have you ever killed an animal before? Like a real animal, not like a bug or some shit. Like
no, I've never
one
seen
with
a
the heart and organs and things like that.
No.
So when you
kill Christmas parties is like that.
When you kill an animal, you feel like. Have you ever been in a slaughterhouse?
No.
It's a heavy feeling. Like it's a feeling that something left when an animal died. When you kill an animal, real talk. Like it feels like something left. It's not like just a dead organ. Like you feel it in your body.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I believe you.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell like this, like a soul.
But why you feel it is
quote unquote left. I'm just saying.
So
I feel souls. It's a soul, man. There's no other reason.
Yeah, I hear you. No. So coral, right? Coral reef. Like if you break off a coral from the same branch, from the same tree, from the same family of coral, that little section, if you take it and separate it over thousands of miles, it will spawn at the exact same time, no matter what.
Yes.
So how do we?
That we don't understand. But who's to say?
But if I inserted the gap, if I inserted what we do know and inserted my opinion into it, I could say that is because there's whiskey in the world.
What? There's what in the world?
Exactly. Whiskey. Because whiskey exists, these coral are now able to spawn simultaneously, no matter where they are in the world. And you like, how does whiskey? What the fuck does whiskey have to do with anything? And that's the same thing I'm saying to you. Just because you don't know something don't mean you could just insert what you think you know.
No. But I know that humans and coral are two different things.
But do they have a soul, or is that attached?
I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that
but you can know
we are connected to them in some way. But we are connected to coral.
They're all connected to a soul.
Even to the little piece of coral, we are connected to that in some way. Who knows that because this coral exists, we get, you know what I'm saying? It's like the bees thing. If the bees didn't exist, then the plants wouldn't grow. And this, like, everything is connected. Everything.
Yeah.
The earth itself, the earth itself has a soul. Like, it's breathing in a way.
Yeah. I agree. But I believe that it is allowed, that it is a thing. But to insert what that thing is and what it's doing, because ultimately we don't even know what we're here to do.
We don't. But that's what makes a soul does not determine the end all be all. Like there's no end to the soul. The soul is an ongoing thing.
According to those who believe that.
It is.
But if
like, what do you think happens when you die? What do you think happens?
The same thing that happens to you when you go to sleep.
So you mean the same thing happens when you go to sleep. So when you sleep and you dream, what is that place?
That place is not a place. You're not going nowhere.
So what is it?
You're not logging on to the internet.
So what? I don't know. Some people need to take drugs.
Some
people need to take drugs. I get it.
Like you got an instant log on.
When you dream, something happens. You can't deny like nothing happens when you're dreaming. You can't deny that. You can't deny.
No. Everything that you're saying. But like I said, it'd be no different than inserting anything else other than that. What you're saying, I'm not denying what you're saying. What you're feeling and all those things actually do exist. But to say that thing is that is premature to me. I just think it's premature for all of us to say that. I think it just makes us feel better because it paints a story that we're not only on.
So what's the purpose of getting better at life?
Because I want to experience it in the best way that I,
Why?
You know.
Why? You don't have a soul. You don't have a soul to you. So what's the purpose of expanding your soul?
Some people don't. You saw that billionaire give away all his money. Some people just want to live regular, and that's not expanding anything. It's not a growth or anything. It's just, some people just want to exist. I personally have ambition to do other things at the moment, so I do other things at the moment. But that doesn't. But ultimately, I don't know what's driving me. It's like I said, we are a collection of little bugs and little things that who knows, man. You ever see that yellow fungus?
Mm-mm.
A yellow fungus that mapped out the I think like the Chinese system, the Chinese train system, because of the way that it connects with each other.
I have no idea.
I'm just saying. All right, so it's this yellow fungus but it's intelligent. It's intelligent. It's just a fungus, but it's alive and it grows and it goes towards food, and it
It's a
all works
fungus.
together in order to get food. So when I see stuff like that, it's like, what is it that we know about us? What if we're just here to build plastic?
What if we're just
Like
here
that's it.
to grow? What if we're just here to create another being?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we don't
Exactly.
we don't know that.
And maybe that's what you would consider a soul, which is us tuning into our prime objective, which is to build the machine that creates whatever.
I don't. I think you would benefit from having some mushrooms or something, because then it'll expand your way of thinking of the soul. Because right now
Listen,
you're
I'm
very
not.
surface.
No, 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 no. What? All right. So Anthony Anderson said one time in an interview that I can never find again, but he said something about one of our. He said our original senses was telepathy, um,
How the fuck
like to
does he know
speaking
that?
to, huh?
How does he know that?
I don't know, and I don't know. I'd be bombarded his Instagram whenever he posts a new picture. That's like I used to do it. I got over it, but I used to do it because I just want to find out where he get that information from and why he thinks that. But it goes back to what is it that we actually know? Like we find things that say this predates all of our logic. Like we only think that we're the best human beings on the planet as black people because we found Lucy or whatever her name is in Africa, so that must be the origins. What happens when we use all our special technology and find out that there's a earlier body than Lucy found in the Caucasus Mountains? What happens then? I'm not saying that that's okay. I'm just saying
You going?
we
You
we have to
going?
evolve our knowledge.
I don't give a fuck about history. I give a fuck about the future. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I really don't care about what happened before. A lot of people look to the past. I think the future is way more interesting.
interesting. It is. It is just the unknown. But that's what, in order to go there, you have to relinquish the history. You have to relinquish the past. And the
Uh,
past of thinking that that is a soul, as opposed to maybe it's just one of our five senses, which is we
hold on, hold
connect
on,
with
hold on,
each
hold on.
other.
A soul exists, man. I just gotta. That's it. I got other people. Other
So
people
what else
want to
has
call in.
souls?
What?
Like tell me more about souls. All right, just say because we described it the same feeling. That thing that you feel, that intuition that you know, that is your soul talking to you, whatever the case may be.
No, no,
We're
no, no.
we're describing
It
the
doesn't.
same
Your
thing.
soul
I just
doesn't
don't
talk to
I
you.
don't
Your
attribute.
soul is who you are, bro. I don't think a
But what is
soul
the
talks to
okay?
you or you communicate with your soul, or I don't think any of that shit. I think you are your soul. Like
Oh,
what makes
it's
you
just
up?
the operating system.
Yeah,
It's just
what
the
what
engine.
makes
Okay.
you up from
All
the
right.
day you're born to now in present
Well, then I
time?
can't argue that. The way that you
That's your
described it just
soul.
now, I can't
You
argue that.
formulate your soul. That person that you are when you die is you take that person with you to the next place.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
I can't argue that. But see, but I would challenge it, but I can't argue it because you just ventured into belief that there's another place to go.
Yeah, I
I
have no
just
idea,
can't.
man.
I can't make that leap. That's all.
All right. Let me take this
All
next
right.
call.
All right. Later.
All right, bro. Yeah, man. I don't know. We talking souls today. We was doing ghost stories, but I guess we talking souls. Y'all want to talk about some souls and shit. Jason, you could call in now. Call in, Jason. I got you. I'll answer your call. Call in. What's up? Who's on here? Nino Nix, what's popping? Still humble. What up? On the Instagram. What's going on in Twitch land? Twitch land is a little dry. I get my Twitch shit up. We on 3 platforms today: YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. I want to cut the Instagram and just chill with YouTube, but the man who knows who he knows nothing knows everything. Jason, call in. Call in, Jason. That was my other phone. Niggas texting math on this shit. What the fuck? I'm gonna delete that. Yeah, man. I don't know what people think a soul. They think a soul doesn't exist or whatever. Souls exist, man. You gotta have a soul. How can you walk about this earth if you don't have one? It doesn't make sense. If you don't have a soul, who are you? Where are you from? Who are your parents? Who are your parents? What do you like to eat? What do you like? What you like to eat is not what I like to eat. It's not what the next person likes to eat. What you like to do is not what this person likes to do. You have a soul, bro. You have a soul. The soul is in you. You dictate what you like for yourself, and that is your soul. My parents come from their parents. Your parents don't come from their parents. Your parents are your parents. Their parents are their parents. Your brother, you may have a brother, they might not have a brother. Unless you think we all different. Everybody. This ain't no Adam and Eve stupid shit. We all different. We all different. You have a soul. That different person in you is your soul. Yo, what up? You on the line?
Yo, Stace, what's going on?
What's going on, bro?
Yo, I really gotta, shout out to the soul conversation, but back to the original thing about ghost stories. So, I'm originally from South Carolina, so I go to university at this place called Francis Marion.
Okay.
And it's actually built on a plantation. So one day, like, I'm in my dorm room, and out of nowhere, it just gets really cold. And like, I look, and there's like a orb type thing.
Okay.
And so this probably happened on a Tuesday. That following Friday, like, and again, I don't want to jade the story by saying that, like, during this time I'm experimenting with hallucinogens, right? Which I feel like truly opened me up to another dimension. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm sensitive to things, right? So we outside, me and my old lady, we outside walking. And it's actually a graveyard that they built in tribute to the slaves. And so this guy walks up, and we start talking to this dude. And we walk off from the dude. My old lady like, why was he dressed like that? And my folks is coming, like, we walking this way. My folks is coming the other way. And they run up on us like, who the fuck is y'all talking to? I'm like, we're talking to that dude. We turn around and ain't nobody there. Real shit, bro. So, like, I'm telling you, like,
y'all was high, man.
It's ghost. It's a whole nother dimension.
Was y'all
it's
high?
A whole nother dimension. We wasn't high at the time, but I wanted to preface that statement by saying, like, maybe I see things and believe in certain things because I have been, like, experienced. Because I've eaten mushrooms or taken, I'm hearing a lot of people.
When you going to that level, like, you could tell the niggas that been to there and haven't. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, when you do these lives, right? Like, you did this upload where you had Math Hoffa on there, right? And I'm looking at all these people like, I know, let's not even use that. I know when you talk that you've been experienced. I call it that because it's an experience when you leave yourself. You understand? Yes. So everyone talking about there is no soul. Like, that's weird to me because your soul is
strange.
Everything that you are.
It's so
right?
strange.
So
it's foreign to me.
I like sushi, but I don't like Korean barbecue. That's part of me. That's part of my
Korean
soul.
Barbecue.
Right. That and our souls make us different. Now, if the people in the chat want to say that the only reason that I'm brought to this earth is to procreate and eat, well, those experiences and the stories that come from those experiences are part of my development, which is part of my soul.
It's impossible to say that we're just here to eat and fuck.
Bro, how can you say that? How can you say that, man?
It's impossible.
Yo, have you like how can you say if that was true? At every funeral, they would say, "Yo, my mom just had me and ate."
Yeah.
Like when
if that was true, we wouldn't have phones.
Right,
we wouldn't have the internet. We wouldn't have
communication, bro.
We would just have
there would be no
stockpiles of food and fucking nothing. Women would be raped every day. Like it would be crazy.
So to the people that say that in your chat, and shout out to them because I have a soul, right? So I'll never disrespect anybody for thinking differently because that's part of what makes me me and what makes you you. But if you don't feel like you have a soul, then you must be a robot.
That's what
or like a machine. And like when you said the slaughterhouse, I wish you would have said a mortuary. When you walk into a mortuary, you feel the weight.
You feel it
on your spirit.
Yes.
You fit like, and if you don't feel it, then I'm sorry because maybe you need to get some mushrooms, bro. They need to get some mushrooms, and they need to be experienced because they're not experiencing a part of life that matters. Like if you existentially only believe that your existence is to procreate and eat, then you are living an unfulfilled fucking life. Yeah. Like, what about the books that we read? What about us being on this live right now? Me talking to you right now. These are all experiences that
it don't make sense. Real, it don't even make sense to me that they telling me about history and the things that happened in the past. Those
why does history matter if you only meant to eat?
Those are people's souls that you remember. You know what I'm saying? The dead is just souls that are forgotten. Like, not forgotten, or they're just gone from this earth. It's just souls that are left this earth. That's why I don't care about history so much, because it's just about just souls that are gone. You understand? It's just the memory of lost souls.
I'm a history. I graduated from university with a degree in history. And once I graduated, besides, during this time, I'm experimenting with hallucinogens. I just want to preface that because maybe that's the difference between how I think and how some of the people in your chat think.
It's 100% the difference.
When I went to Japan, I spent 6 months in Japan. When you go over there, I met a man who made rice. And he'd been making rice for 40 years. And his daddy made rice. Yeah. And his granddaddy made rice. But he put his soul into the rice. Do you understand what I mean? It was his everything. Like, and so maybe it was the Bushido way of thought, the warrior way, or maybe it was just the mysticism that was in Japan in and of itself. But you can feel like they actually worship their ancestors. So you can feel spirit. Like, and maybe the people in your chat are confusing soul and spirit. I think they're the same, one and the same. And it's just, I'm just so confused that as Black people, some of the people in your chat, they talk about we kings and we queens. Okay, if all of that's true and you don't believe in soul, then what's your attachment to your ancestors? Like, So look, I don't want to hold a line up, bro. That was my real ghost story. To anybody that don't believe that they have a soul or believe that they just here to eat.
So you went. Hold on, I just got a question. You went to the slave plantation and you think you saw a white ghost?
No, the university that I graduated from was built on a slave plantation.
And who?
Like if you just Google,
said a white guy started talking.
If you just, we walked past the person. The person spoke to us. My people are probably 15 feet away from us. Yeah, he was a Black person.
It was a Black
now
dude.
at the time, like we was in dorms. So I would leave the dorm to smoke a blunt outside, but I hadn't even lit the blunt yet and wasn't tripping. Wasn't on no shrooms or nothing.
What was
this
he wearing?
Person, huh?
What was he wearing?
He was just like some old shit, like slacks and a shirt. It didn't seem fitting. And at the time it was like, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Like, why is he out here? And he just spoke like, cause we from the South. I don't know if you ever been down here. Everybody say, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was like, hey, how y'all doing? And we stopped and was like, how you doing? And my old lady was like, do you go to school here? And he was like, no, I used to live here though. So now imagine 15 feet in your head. My people coming this way. They asked why I guess they saw us stop and talking. And they was like, why y'all stop right there and start talking? I'm like, y'all ain't see that dude? It's like, fuck no. Are you tripping? This my man exact words. Like, are you tripping? I'm like, no. So I turn around and dude gone. The crazy part is when I retell the story, I retold the story to one of my professors, and he was like, oh, well, we see, Jason, this was built on a slave plantation. There's ghosts all around us. You're just able to see them, and most people can't. And I think that's the problem in your chat. Most people, Space Ghost, you can't judge these people because you have an eyesight. What I mean is not judge. You shouldn't argue with people that have a different eyesight than you.
I'm not judging them. I'm just trying to understand where they coming from.
Sometimes you're not going to understand. You've been experienced. Sometimes you understand them. And that's why I say, just because I'm right, that don't mean you wrong. Like, they obviously don't know how important their soul is to who they are. Yeah. Your soul is the compilation of everything that happened to you once you became cognitive. Yeah. And even before cognitive development, because some people remember when they were 1 year old. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
I think it's even before that. I think it's your
even before the womb, bro.
Your ancestors implanted fears in you that you don't even recognize.
Come on, man. One thing that I battle with today. My parents instilled Christianity into me, right? Uh-huh. And to this day, I'm trying to break the bonds of Christianity. No disrespect to any Christians listening right now, but if I reach and tap into my ancestry, they gave us when they were slaves, right? Like I don't know. I don't want to get into how I feel about slavery, but long story short, the only book we were allowed to read was the Bible. Mm-hmm. So all of this pie in the sky, all of this, I have to go through hell. And then when I die, I can have joy. I don't believe in none of that shit. A lot of our thought process, a lot of the reasons why we march and protest right now and don't get out there and do some shit is because of Christianity. So, I'm starting to look at some of the things that I was taught as a child. They never knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to work on breaking some of the things that you learn coming up. If that don't tell you about development, about your mind, and see, people that, when you say you don't believe in a soul, you're insulting your brain. Your brain. Your memory.
I don't think they believe that. I think they're just trying to go against me sometimes.
Got you. But look, I don't want to hold the line up, man. I've been talking too long, man. Great show. I'm going to keep listening.
All right.
All right, cheers.
Thank you, man. That was cool. It's a good discussion, but just a lot of these theories from people's perspectives are interpretations. I mean, there's no facts to life. There's no facts. So this is the best interpretation I could give. You know what I'm saying? These are, you know what I'm saying? You can call it what it is, but it just, there's feelings to places. There's feelings to the things that you're doing. I don't know. The ka and the ba. Okay. I'll do my Googles. Do I believe in heaven and hell? No. I don't believe in heaven and hell. Because I just don't. I believe because I've seen the other side. Are we getting Yo,
Space Ghost, what's good, man?
What's good? You calling from London?
No, I'm calling from the United Kingdom, mate. You know what I mean? Not from London, bro. From the northwest, place called Liverpool.
Liverpool. What up?
Good, you know, bro. How are you, man? Are you talking about ghosts and shit?
Yeah, we're talking about ghosts. We're talking about souls. Do you believe in a soul?
Yeah, man. I mean, I've got a bit of a deep one. I never knew this until recently, actually, but my mum was a practicing witch for most of my life, you know what I'm saying? So when I used to go sleep at night and shit, I used to see demons in her face and shit, bro. No word of a lie, man.
Wait.
And like
Slow down.
Go on.
Your mom was a practicing witch.
Yeah, man, but she was never open about it. She never told anyone. Like
They don't. I had sex with a witch. I used to date a witch.
Yeah.
I didn't know until I went to her house and shit.
It's mad. I didn't know until a few years ago because my mom pretended to be all religious and shit. You know what I'm saying? But man, basically
But that's scary,
like,
man. And you in Liverpool, like that's like the beginnings of stuff.
The beginning of what, bro?
The beginning of like witchery and stuff like that. Where you're from?
It's gone back. Yeah, it's gone back way before that. It's gone as far back as humans have existed. But it's just like witchcraft and shit and ways of contacting those beings and those creatures on a different level. There's different ways of doing it. If you look at different places like ancient Egypt, you look at Babylon, look at even South America, the civilizations there. So, I mean, there's always been some kind of witchcraft shit over here, you know what I'm saying? But, but yeah, man, I do believe it's real because think about it like this, yeah? We only believe what is real due to our senses and what our eyes can see, what our eyes can perceive. But there's so much around us that we know about, like oxygen molecules and shit like that we can't see with the human eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's so much we don't know out there. So, what about yourself, man? You've had any freaky experiences?
I mean, I've seen a ghost before. I mean, I don't want to talk about the dark spirits because that shit haunts me. Like,
okay, no, don't bring it to the surface. You don't want that on your mind.
Like there was a time like my stepmother. I told my stepmother the shit I was seeing, and she had to bring sage, and she taught me about sage. She taught me about like other shit. They bought me a Bible to put next to the bed and all this other shit. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, it is crazy, man. One night I remember after school, I went to my friend's house. I used to chill with this Nigerian guy, a lot older than me, after school and shit. Where I lived, it was a little town and that. And I was chilling with him one night, went home, went to sleep, went to school the next day, went round to his house the next day, and he basically, I had a dream that night before, that I was in his house smoking weed. We're sitting there both smoking weed. My mum came in with a plate full of food and was like, "Are you both okay?" Smiling at us. And like, normally that ain't my mum, you know. My mum would have flipped if she found out I was smoking anything, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So anyway, I brushed it off. When I saw my friend the next day, he told me, he's like, "Bro, I had this weird dream yesterday, word for word." He told me that dream, man. I was like,
the same dream as you.
Same thing. He said, your mum came in, looked at me, and I was wondering, like, what the fuck is she smiling for? Like, why was she kicking off? Like, what's going on here?
So do you,
know
think,
what I mean?
Do you think your mom was, like, fucking with you in your dream? In your friend's dreams?
Possibly, but at the same time, it's like, you know when we sleep, like we sleep for maybe 5 minutes in a physical sense. Sometimes we feel like we could be asleep for hours. And it's only like 5 minutes we've fallen asleep. You know what I'm saying? Like the concept of time and shit doesn't exist in the dream world. So I believe that when that happens, somehow we're in a plane that we can all access. I don't know whether my mum was doing shit. She probably was actually. Because she's constantly be giving me shit from when I was a little child, man, making me wear amulets and making me drink water with fucking spells written in on paper, put into the water and shit, like loads of weirdness.
Really?
Yeah, man. Real shit, man. I've only just completely detached from her, bro. I've been in and out of hospital, mental health hospitals for the past like 8-9 years because she basically, long story short, she abused me as a child, right?
Oh, and man, sorry to hear that.
Obviously, I could never let go of her kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It was like she made me hate myself kind of thing. She made me feel that the only thing worth anything in life was making her happy, and she's never happy. She's a proper narcissistic woman, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it wasn't until later on I've kind of discovered all this because I've been speaking to my older sister and shit, and, you know, she was like, we were taken to people it was weird shit, man. I was made to sit down in front of this one dude, and he told me I have to have these grains of rice, and I'm looking at him and my mum like, what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
So she used you for her witchcraft?
Basically, man, from when I was a baby, bro. I don't want to go into it, but from when I was a baby, I've started getting flashbacks in the past few years. I'm like 30 now, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Is she still around? Is she still alive?
Yeah, man, she's still around, man. She's like 65 years old, man. She's still looking for dick. You know what I'm saying? She's got 3 kids that don't give a shit about her. You know what I'm saying? And she's still on the hunt for dick. What, man?
That's that witchery, man.
She's living in the dream world, man.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not talking about your mom. I don't want to talk about your mom, but witches got some good pussy.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's all about the intention, man. The thing with the difference with my mom, yeah, she was using witchcraft, but her intention was resentful. She was always negative, always jealous, and always wanting control, like a control freak kind of person.
That's exactly why. Like, yeah. I was dating a girl, and I found out she was a witch later because I went to her house. I just saw weird shit. I was like, why the fuck you have this? Why the fuck you have this? And then she just like came out and said, like, because I'm a witch. And I was like, what? Like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when she said it, but I could believe it because I was in her house and she had all this weird shit in her house, you know?
Yeah, like
shit in jars, like frogs and shit like that, like crazy shit.
What?
Huh?
Look, what kind of things were in the house?
She had the cards, she had the books and the boards, and then she had like frogs, and she had like people's hair, and she had a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, I lost the call. Call back. The call dropped. But she had all this crazy shit, people's hair and shit like that. And I didn't know. Let me try to call him back. Hold on. Let me see. Try to call
We could not complete your call.
I think his phone fucked up. But call back. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy. That's how I knew she was a witch. And the reason why I couldn't, she was a great person. I couldn't be with her though. She was too controlling, man. Too controlling. So witches are controlling biatches. I did hit, yes. Revel music, I did hit a couple times. But she was a biatch. She wanted too much control. And I think that's the thing with witches. They want control. They want you to be, I was like, I'm not doing this. You're crazy. You're bugging. You're bugging. Shout out to the dude from Liverpool, man. Our phone cut off, but I'll be on here. I'll be on here for a couple minutes, and I'll see if you call back. Y'all can feel free to call in. Sugar Free in the building. Instagram's about to end. The hour pass for Instagram. This is on Twitch, and this is on YouTube, Instagram. So if you want to check it out, you can go on Twitch and YouTube and check it out. End that here. Yeah. Let me see if I could call. Let me try to call Shampoo, see if his Shampoo's still awake. And we ask him about soul. Let's ask Shampoo about his soul. Let me get his number. Let me see. What y'all talking about? My homie had a near-death experience after a heart attack last year. He said he was in a strange place and felt at peace in the presence of his relatives that passed away until they revived him. Right? I mean, I'm telling you, bro, mushrooms and these experiences on mushrooms and psychedelics show you that death is very peaceful. I'm not afraid to die. Not at all. I'm not afraid to die at all. It's pretty loud. Sorry. Yo.
Yo, what up?
Shampoo.
Who this?
Space, man.
Yo, Space, what up, baby?
You live on the air. People wanted me to call you.
Hold on. Let me shut this down. Hold on.
I don't know what Shampoo's doing. Primal humans didn't give a fuck about religion. We was too busy running from the saber-toothed tigers.
What up, homie?
What's up, Shampoo?
I look crazy right now. Yo, it's like winter out this bitch.
It's a little cold outside.
You never will commit. It's a little chilly. ask a homeless nigga that shit.
Oh God.
What up?
What do you believe in a soul, Shampoo?
What?
Do you believe in a soul?
What's that mean? The soul?
A soul, like a soul. Do you have a soul?
S-O-U-L?
Yeah.
S-O-U-L?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because people been telling me that souls don't exist.
That's what lives on.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what lives on. I mean, we don't know, but you know what I'm saying? We never know what really happens, but I think the soul lives on. I think the body is just a shell to express the soul.
I've been telling people that. I've been telling people that, but they don't believe. I don't know why. I think they're trolling me.
It don't matter. You can't convince people to believe. You just have to tell them what the truth is. You can't convince them to believe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, yo, them niggas is doing my bathroom. Them niggas is nice. Yo, wait till they do the basement, my nigga. Yo.
We waiting.
I love Ecuador. Yo, man. Yo, one of them niggas say, yo, like, in order for them to do something, I had to give them 200. They was like, don't worry about that. We good.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Ecuador.
We talking about souls and ghosts. People said they seen ghosts. You never saw a ghost. You told me that before.
Nah, I never. You know, I'm not dreaming my parents and shit like that, but I never really seen.
You think your parents talk to you in your dreams?
My wife says that, and I can't believe that they're just gone. You know what I'm saying? Because the love that they have for me was so overwhelming that I don't think death could just like erase that. You know what I'm saying? You don't give a fuck.
No, I do. I'm listening.
One thing Flip said that was true. He said, Space don't give a fuck. Yo, my God. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, Stella was fine as hell.
You like that episode.
Oh, I forgot about Stella.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. I'm going to hang
you
up
already
with you.
raped her, right?
No, stop it. Stop it. Have you ever fucked a witch, Shampoo? We were talking about my time when I had sex with a witch.
What did you say?
Have you ever had sex with a witch?
I don't know. I never had. You know what I'm saying?
I used to date a girl who was a witch.
I never really was. I never really was that promiscuous like that. You know what I'm saying? No, I really wasn't. Tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I could get off on anything, like, so I really wasn't stressed on getting a pussy. I could look at somebody and take a picture of them motherfuckers, or just jerk off, and that was it.
You jerk off to their thoughts, to your thoughts. You jerk off to your thoughts.
Why did they renew Jesus and Mero? That's the fucking question.
All right, goodbye, Shampoo. We'll talk tomorrow. Do the show tomorrow. This guy, man. Why did they put revamp Jesus and Mero? Tree man, I quit smoking weed after 15 years and I dreamed some crazy shit. The thing is with me, when I smoke weed, I dream crazy shit when I smoke weed. Yo,
Shampoo still on the line?
No, he's not.
All right, I got a question real quick.
What happened?
Do you believe that we're in a simulated reality?
It's possible.
What do you mean by it's possible? Do you believe that? My bad. Go ahead.
Do I believe? I don't know. I can't say I know, but it's possible that this is a simulation. It is possible.
Oh, okay. You believe the aliens have us like in a big glass ball and like everything is fake? Like
aliens? No,
like a computer,
I don't believe it works.
Like the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like the Matrix.
I don't know. No, I don't think it's like the Matrix where we're unplugged and then it's a whole different place. I don't believe that.
Word.
I believe it's something we can't even understand. It might be a simulation. It's not people control. I don't think we're algorithms. I think this whole thing is a computer. You know?
You think everything's an algorithm?
It's algorithms. It's computers and computers and computers and computers. And we can't even understand it. This nigga hung up. This nigga was like, what the fuck? This nigga hung up. He was like, fuck this shit. Lansky, call up, Lansky. We could be in the Truman Show. I don't know, man. This whole shit is confusing. It's hard to figure out. We don't know. We really don't know what this is about. Feel free to call up. Let me know what you think of a soul. What do you think a soul is? Do animals have souls? I think animals have souls. I feel it when you know what I'm saying? I've been hunting and I killed an animal. I feel the soul leave an animal's body. I've seen go into slaughterhouses and I feel the energy in there. Dude who called up, I forgot your name, sorry. But he called up talking about going to a mortuary. You just feel the souls. Like, it's true. It's true. When you go in these places, when you go to a cemetery and you walk around, you feel a certain energy in there. I don't know what it is. I don't. Yo, what's up?
Yo.
Lansky.
Yo, what are you doing in the slaughterhouse, man? Yo.
You get food in the slaughter. You don't go to the slaughterhouse for some meat? Pause.
I mean, I know what you mean. I've seen them. I be going through the cold shits, like when it gets mad cold. I've never been to the slaughter shop though.
What do you mean?
What's going on?
It get cold, like a butcher shop?
Like, I never been to like a butcher shop, like to get no meat. Pause.
No, the butcher shop is where they get cold, like the big ass refrigerators.
They got some out here where I'm at, and like Western Beef.
They got slaughterhouses everywhere.
Well, it's okay. What's going on in no space?
You think it's weird? You think it's weird that I go to a slaughterhouse?
I mean, don't most people get it from a market? Like, you know, like you go to the market. I know some old school people.
Sometimes, if I want to pick something up real quick, grocery store, but you could get shit that's fresh.
Yeah, I know people who do it for like holidays and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go to the butcher shop, Easter.
No, we do it regular. In my house, we go there maybe once a week.
Y'all living good, man. Y'all living good in the neighborhood, man.
We go there like
I'm gonna stop this
get a chicken. They kill a cow. They kill a cow like every Saturday. So you get shit like that.
So do you believe that mad cow disease was started because the cows were scared because they knew they were gonna get slaughtered? Do you believe that?
I don't know. It might have been a mutation of a. It might have been something that nature happened to mutate to try to, save cows.
So what do you think happens like the natural habitat, like when a wolf eats like I don't know, what do they eat? Like a deer?
I think, no, but the mad cow disease came from like somebody eating brains or some shit like that. Cow brains was mixed in with like ground meat or something like that.
You would know better than me, bro. You would know better than me. This is more your lane.
I don't know. But you said, what do I think of like a wolf eating what?
And what do you think happens like in a circle of life when an animal eats another one?
What do you mean?
Do you think
animals eat food too, man?
You think they feel guilty?
No.
But they're taking.
There's only some animals like that kill for like sport and shit. You know.
All right. So what do you think about people who get mauled by bears, and then people be like, "Oh, it's not the bear's fault." Like, whose fault is it then? Whose fault is it?
It's a human's fault. A bear wouldn't maul you unless it felt threatened.
You said you went hunting before. I never do that. Would you go hunting at? Or like in New York, or like out down south? Or
I went hunting in the jungle with my uncle and my father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
In South America.
What did you hit?
A bird.
Did you eat it?
Yeah, I did.
Let me find out my nigga Sp8ghost on that Joe Rogan shit.
My uncle killed a pig like a wild boar. That was crazy. That was crazy.
When I went to Haiti, I seen him kill a goat in front of me. I was like 6 years old though.
Yeah, I've seen him kill chickens in front of me and all that shit. I've seen that.
But do you not feel like their soul is tied to our soul to like?
Oh no, 100%. When you eat something that you killed, you feel like, you feel a part of it in a deeper way than just going to McDonald's or some crazy shit.
Have you ever ate deer meat, venison? Venison meat?
Of course.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, we should go duck hunting, bro.
We should go pig hunting.
Why? Pig is no good. It's no good. You eat pork?
Yeah, you don't eat pork?
2 times out the year, man. Just 2 times out the year. Like,
I'm gonna tell you right now. Wild boar, not pigs, not like a pig. Pig is trash. Like a wild boar is so good. It makes no sense. It makes no sense how good that shit is.
So, like, are you talking about like a wild boar, like in the prairie? A wild boar like that?
The only reason why pigs don't have hair is because they're not wild. Like, they don't roam around and shit. Like, the pigs that roam around and shit is crazy.
Do you think that pigs? Do you think if you put a pig that's domesticated next to a boar, they would get along?
I think no. A pig that's domesticated is a boar. It's just domesticated.
Interesting.
If that makes sense. If you let the pig go, like if you have a domesticated pig and you let it go, it'll start growing hair and shit like that.
But those are the shits that be chasing you, like in the movies, right? Like in the wild, right? With the horns.
Chase you?
Huh?
They don't fucking chase you. Something like a Pumbaa or some shit.
Would you go bear hunting?
No,
why?
I don't want to eat a bear.
You don't gotta eat it. You could just cut it. You could cut its head off and get it stuffed.
You don't go hunting just to kill. You go hunting to eat.
No. See, we're gonna have to disagree here. When they're overpopulate in the area, we have to start putting in heavy work.
That's but you still eat that though.
So you wouldn't shoot a bobcat?
No, not unless.
Why not? Why not?
Because
it's there for you to shoot.
No, it's not. No, I believe they have a right, just like we have a right. They could live.
So what do you think about people who worship animals?
I think they're crazy.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, how is it soul tied, man?
I'm saying,
if you think they're crazy,
you can respect an animal. Like, I respect animals. I respect them. I'm not worshiping an animal. I'm not gonna fucking, oh my God, we have to save the elephants. Like, I'm not like that. No, they're gonna die naturally, and that's it. Like, I don't want.
Do you kill the spider, or do you let the spider outside of the house? Which one are you?
I used to kill the spider, but now I let him out. I've changed over the years.
You changed? You're not the same man? Not in that range no more? A different range, man?
No.
Like, what's it?
I don't even kill mosquitoes no more. Like, I seen a mosquito in my car.
No, mosquitoes have to be killed, bro. Like,
I seen a mosquito in my car and I opened my window to let it out.
Listen, we have to hunt to eat. But what do you say if there's an overpopulation of an animal in your area? right? What if you have a dog in your backyard, right?
Yeah, but people don't eat like the things that are overly there's abundance of that's like intruding. People don't eat them as much, which fucks it up. You know, or these worship animal people are protecting them for no reason.
That's foolishness. I agree with you on that. Always trying to protect these animals.
Yeah.
These animals don't need humans to protect them, I believe, because they've been around before us. They don't need us to give laws for them. That's what I believe.
We're intruding on them.
Yeah, we are. Do you believe that a chicken is an ancestor of a dinosaur?
It's possible.
That's what they said, though. So does the chicken have the spirit or the soul tie to the dinosaur? I'm high right now, bro. So I'm just gonna ask all these questions because these are questions I need to know.
Does a chicken's lineage connect to dinosaurs? Possibly. I mean, they say in the T-Rex, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at a T-Rex, they got the little arms and shit like that. Is because they had feathers. They were birds. That just like, you know, it's like an ostrich. It's like a giant ostrich.
You ever seen an ostrich?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know.
It's just scary.
Yeah, they're intimidating, bro. It's intimidating. Like, have you ever seen an ostrich up close, personal, man? Like,
yeah, I have. Shit pecked me in the head.
Pecked you in the head?
I used to work at the zoo, Lansky.
Word? Which one? The Bronx Zoo?
Yeah, I used to work at the Bronx Zoo.
Yo, did you know that the Bronx Zoo? Listen, they're gonna say I hate the Bronx. I'm always shitting on the Bronx, but they did it again, man. One of the tigers caught COVID, man. They never fail. They never fail. How did the tiger get COVID, man?
that was a while ago. I don't know. I wasn't working there when it happened.
Wait, so you worked at the Bronx Zoo for real?
Yeah, I worked there for 3 years.
Did you like that shit?
Yeah, it was cool. It was all right.
So you used to feed the animals?
No, that's a whole different job. I used to.
So that's why you're connected to the animals. You watched them. So when you was working there, did you ever see any animals give birth?
Yes.
What kind of animal?
I saw the what is it? It's weird. It's like a I forgot what it's called. It's a tree kangaroo.
Yeah, what you would call it? How come in the Bronx Zoo they got the rhinoceroses behind that little piece of ass of wood, my nigga? Is it electrical wood? Because those rhinos can run over that wood, man.
They're not. There's the thing about the animals in the zoo. If you, right, we're getting fed every day, why the fuck would you leave to look for food?
Because they want to go back to their natural habitat.
They don't. No, they don't. They were born there. They were born there, Lansky. The thing about the animals in the zoo, they were born in the zoo, and they've been fed since they were babies.
So it's basically like that book, The Giver, or like the Truman Show. That's all they know.
Yeah, it's all they know. They don't even know what being free means. You know.
Someone said those rhinos are broken, man. Yo, are they drugging those animals, man? They drugging those animals, aren't they?
You ever seen videos of animals like that escaped the zoo?
Yeah, every once in a while, I guess.
They always look scared because they don't know where the fuck they at. They don't know what's going on. So they don't know the wild. They're not looking for the wild. They're like, where the fuck? Where's my ball? They're just looking for shit.
Do you think one of those, if you placed one of them in a natural habitat, like not like in Manhattan or like, you know, the city or shit like that, if you placed them like in a natural habitat, you think they would survive or they would die?
It depends. They bring some back to the natural habitat. They do bring animals back. That's what the zoo is for. Like, they take sick animals. Sometimes those sick animals get things. It's a racket. It's really fucking sick. But they do, like, especially the Bronx Zoo is high on conservation. So they do bring animals back to the wild. Like, I know the Bronx Zoo does that for real because they really take shit and bring it there. I seen it.
All right. So did you miss what? I know you. All right. So these animals have souls. Which animal did you connect with in the Bronx Zoo? When you knew the animal was sad, you know, was having a good day.
The tree kangaroo, for real. Because I used to work right next to that thing. So there's a tree kangaroo there. And I remember it was just me and him through the wintertime, all that shit. And then fucking one day they brought a girl kangaroo in there. And his whole world changed. Like he started giving up food to her and all this shit. That's when I knew. That's when I knew like animals had a soul. Like the whole time he was by himself, he was chilling, he was quiet. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't making noise, he wasn't doing nothing. Then they brought this girl kangaroo in, and he started like giving up his carrots. Like it was crazy.
His carrots.
I saw it. Like he started giving half of his carrots to her. He started making noise and running and trying to fix shit.
I'm sure he started making noise in the nighttime. I'm sure he did.
That's what I realized. Like, yo, animals got souls because and it wasn't like he was just like trying to fuck. Like she wouldn't let him. Like she wouldn't let him fuck in the beginning. So it was like he was trying to win her over on some shit.
But did she come from Australia?
No, it was I forgot where. I gotta look it up. But it's called a tree kangaroo. It's like an orange kangaroo. Let me find a real name.
And it's just to fuck you up too. I'm sorry, not to curse. They'll beat you up too. You ever seen them?
No, it was small. It's a small thing. Oh, it's called a tree kangaroo. It is called a tree kangaroo. But they're small. They're not like a kangaroo. They're small.
So what do you think about the people who are sacrificing, like the Egyptians, who are sacrificing animals for for soul ties or their ancestors? What do you think about that? Because it's an interesting conversation. Where does your soul go?
Who knows where the soul goes? But Lansky, you've been high before. You did acid. We did acid together.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great experience, but. Also, remember I got pulled over that night. The high, I ain't gonna front. It was an out of body experience. I always smoke weed, my nigga. I always smoke weed, but yeah, it was definitely a different high, out of body, bro. I don't remember if it was that or the Xanax where I couldn't sleep. I thought I couldn't sleep and shit, but it was definitely an out of body, and it makes you think.
It was that.
Huh?
It was that where you couldn't sleep.
Yeah, and then it was it had me thinking about weird shit. Let me ask you a question. All right, so this question: do you think, because you know shit like this, do you think I get high? When I was on acid, I was thinking about shit yo, what if we really go to the moon, but then halfway through the sky, the shuttle explodes. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking about mad crazy wild shit.
Your thinking is very negative, Lansky.
So what do you mean, man? I was hot.
Why you can't just make it to the moon? Why does something have to happen in between?
Because shit has happened before. The Challenger exploded. So I don't know. I was high. I guess I was thinking about. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is your line of thinking is negative. You can't. You thought about something happening on the way to the moon. You didn't think oh, let me get to the moon. I don't know. I don't think that way. I just don't.
I don't remember. I just remember I was driving. I was floating. I remember I got home. I couldn't go to sleep. I was just thinking about mad shit that was going on. I never did mushrooms though. Did you ever get to do mushrooms?
Yeah.
I never found a plug for it, man.
It's a little more crazy.
It was crazier than the acid?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But how much did you have though? That's the thing though, my nigga, because we only had one tab of acid. So that's what I'm saying. Did you have an eighth of shrooms, or did you have
I don't know. I don't know math. I don't fucking know. I took a couple stems.
Yeah, they say welcome to Sp8ghost therapy. So now, what do you believe? All right, so we talking about souls. Let's get back on the topic real quick. I don't want to go off your topic, but what do you think about people who say that they have multiple soul partners, or soul twist, or I forgot the word for it, soul tie,
like polygamy?
Mm-hmm. Basically, being a dirt, but just saying that it's just mad soul ties. Basically,
greedy people that just want a lot of sex.
You said they have a lot of stress.
I think they're just greedy people that want a lot of sex.
Would you ever join a cult?
Never.
Why not?
Because I'm too. I think too freely to have. I don't care about what other people think.
So what about Scientology?
I would never. I would never do that. I don't care about what other people think. Like down to what people say about God and the Bible. Like I really don't care. Like you can believe what you want to believe. I believe what I want to believe.
All right. So what do you think happens to your? You say you don't believe in aliens. Why did you say that though? Or I don't know if you say you don't believe in them.
I never said I don't believe in aliens. Never.
Why though?
I 100% believe in aliens.
You do?
Of course.
Or you don't?
Of course I do.
Did you see the Bob Lazar documentary on Netflix?
Yes. I was like one of the first people to watch that shit.
Bro, do you believe people can get abducted?
You know what? They say like the abduction thing, right? Is people reliving their birth.
They say that and sleep paralysis. You ever heard the sleep paralysis theory? There could be sleep paralysis.
Yeah, I get that sometimes. But
yeah, it's the worst.
But I don't think it's aliens weighing you down or no crazy shit.
So what do you think? If the aliens were gonna come, do you think they're gonna come hostile or do you think they're gonna come friendly?
I think they're gonna come. I think they're already here. Like I think they're
it's like Men in Black, bro. Because I was watching.
I was watching
like
Men in Black.
It's like Men in Black, bro. I'm telling you. No. I was watching Back to the Future. You know what they had in Back to the Future, bro? They had like the shit that you have on your iPhone for your finger to ID finger. Like they had the touchpad shit.
Yeah,
bro. I'm telling you, all this stuff.
All the futuristic movies have stuff that we have already.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing we.
But how did they know?
Flying cars.
How did they know?
People's imaginations. It sparks the minds of the people that create it.
You heard Japan got a flying car now?
They've been had a flying car.
Bro, how come we're so behind? Like
we just don't use them in abundance. But we do have. It's expensive. That's really. It's expensive. Fuel is expensive.
Neil deGrasse said that the helicopter was basically like a flying car, but now I saw Japan. They got like a real.
The thing Neil said some ill shit though, because he's right. He's right. He said the reason why we don't have flying cars right now is because it will be too loud. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like think about how loud an airplane is, and to have like fucking everybody have an airplane, it's crazy. The noise would be crazy.
But what if you got in an accident, like with the Jetson car? You would just you would fall to earth, right? Basically, fall to the ground.
You'll be dead. Yeah. We only gonna get flying cars when people have more automation cars, when they have electric cars, and all the cars and stuff are driving themselves. Then we can have flying cars because people just sit in the car and it flies on its own.
Wow. Amazing, Space. Amazing. Where do you get this stuff? Where do you find out?
I'm telling you right now, in like 30 years, me, you, like the people that's around right now, we're gonna be the only people that know how to drive, like physically.
It's like what they told me, get rid of my CD collection. Now, what would I do that, huh? What would I do that, Space? Because it's Spotify now, huh? I'm not getting rid of that shit.
Who gives a fuck about CDs?
It's just the point of what you're saying. The driving, like it's gonna be obsolete. I guess is what you're trying to say.
No,
like,
they're gonna make it illegal. They'll probably make it illegal to drive. They're probably gonna make it illegal to drive. Like you can't drive anymore.
But what if everybody can't afford the flying car?
No, they won't get nobody's gonna have to buy a car at some point. Like it's just.
Do you think forget flying and all that shit? Do you think we could teleport anytime soon? Let's talk about real shit. Teleporting.
No, there's no. That's. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't see it not happening. Maybe I'll be dead probably when that happens.
Let me ask you a question. If they had a time machine, would you get in it? Would you go back in time?
I would not go back. I'll go forward.
What's your thing with the? Why do you hate the past so much? Why do you hate the history
because it's the past. It already happened. Who gives a shit? Because it's the past. It already happened.
So there's no event. There's no event out of all time, from all history, amongst any century, that you would want to go back to see.
I would want to go to Egypt, like back. If I was to go back, I want to go back to the creation of the pyramids.
Just make sure you don't go back to Jim Crow South.
I don't want to go back there. I don't. The past is trash. The future is way more interesting to me.
I mean, the future. I mean, what do you see for the future? I mean, the school, all this COVID shit. Like, I don't know what to think, bro, because it's like a whole different time now.
Like, how many times, right? We've seen these movies already. We've seen these movies where everybody's in their house. Everybody works from home. They eat at home. Everything gets delivered. Everything comes through the computer. This is just speeding up the process. Nobody's going to be fucking doing shit. You know what I'm saying? People, you're going to hang out with your friends. No, you go online. You put your fucking VR goggles on and you hang out.
Oh, are you serious? You think it's going to get to that?
If it's already at that, it's just going to be even more elevated.
One of your people said, I never saw the movie, but they said, what if the future's like Mad Max? What do you think about that?
During COVID time, right? During COVID time, I knew this guy who did VR for like this comedy bar, and they were doing comedy in VR. So like people would come to the bar in VR and watch a comedy show.
Well, like at the bar, like VR?
No, they're in their house, but like you log on.
That takes away everything from the experience of like.
No, it was lit. Like you're at your house. You put your VR goggles on. You log on. You click the I forgot what the name of the bar was, but you click on the bar's website or whatever, and you go into the bar, and it's VR, the same bar, the same exact bar, but in VR. And they were moving around.
Yeah, but what about?
They were moving around and all that.
What about the person spilling a drink or getting
You don't get that. You don't get that. But you're an avatar. You have your little avatar. You're walking around. You can talk to people. And then there's a guy who gets up there. Right? Hold on. And the guy who gets up there, he's in VR, right? But he's on a green screen and he's doing comedy.
That's fire.
It's crazy.
That's fire. I gotta get a VR. Was it $1,000 for one of those?
$200.
$200 for some VRs?
Yeah, Oculus.
And you could just use it like I guess it's like a cult. It's like a secret society. Like,
no, nigga, you could just you got it. You get in there and you just go. There's places you could just walk around and talk to people in VR. It's crazy.
I don't know how I feel about Comic-Con being virtual this year though.
That's fire to me.
How? You don't get the experience.
That's where it's gonna go. That's where it's gonna. I've been to actual Comic-Con is fire in itself, but that's where it's gonna go though. Like if you don't think that's where the world is going, you're out of your mind, man. You think people are gonna the offices? Nobody's going back to work in an office when they know you could work from home.
So the world is changing right underneath our feet.
Right in front of your fucking face. It's gonna be like WALL-E. Everybody gonna be sitting down, eating and fucking watching TV all day.
Yeah. But where's the human interaction? That's what
There is none.
What's the human interaction? You saying it's gonna be like iRobot?
You have to mail your sperm.
What happened?
You're gonna have to mail your sperm to the girl you want.
No, that doesn't even sound that doesn't sound any way appealing. It doesn't sound appealing in any way, bro. Like, I'm sorry, man. I need the female touch, man. I'm sorry, Space. Like,
you're gonna have to come in a tube and close it and send it off.
Yeah, but why would you want to do that, though?
Then she's gonna get it and put it in her pussy so y'all can have it.
Oh my God, bro! No, that is not the way, bro.
I mean, you like dating girls. You like dating girls from Cali. That's what's gonna happen, man.
Yo, man, I don't want to date no more girls from Cali, man.
Come to you
I don't even want to go to California no more, bro. My new spot on the west is Denver. Once I go back, once I buy a ticket to go over there after this COVID shit. But yeah, Denver's gonna be my new spot, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Lansky.
Yo, Space.
Hang up.
I appreciate you. I'm about to tune in and listen. But listen, I need answers to a couple things, man.
To what?
The aliens. You got, bro. One day you have to do that movie show again. We have to watch all the old movies like Men in Black, Back to the Future.
I've watched all those movies 1,000 times.
There's a message in it we have to decode, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro.
What's the message?
The decoding must begin now.
What's the message?
I don't know, man. That's why we need to decode. I don't know the message.
Bullshit, man.
But all right, Space. I appreciate you. What?
I'll take one more call. We'll take one more call. I see somebody was trying to call. You can call back, sir. I'll take one more call, and then I'll be out of here. Salute to everybody on YouTube. Salute to everybody on Twitch. Damn, I'm sitting up looking crazy. This has been great. This has been great so far. I wasn't going to come back on, but I'm back on. I'm here. I seen somebody call. If you called in, call back. I'm taking one more call. I'm fucking drunk. I want to go to sleep. I'm going to wait till 12. Trying to get this last call. I saw this dude was trying to call in. Shout out to Young Kuvo. Revolver Music in the building. Jason Bolden. And Lansky. Shout out to all the people that called in. Man, the dude from Liverpool, his phone got fucked up. I don't know what happened, but salute to you from Liverpool. I fuck with you. I fuck with y'all. 12:01. I'm gonna give you 1 minute to call in, bruh. If you don't call, it's a dub. I'm sipping tequila. Shout out to The Rock. Shout out to the Brahma Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Johnson. Shout out to Dwayne Johnson. Hugo in Mexico. I want to hear a Mexican ghost story. You ever heard about the Angel of Death? If you look up on YouTube, the Angel of Death is from Mexico. Crazy. Your topics are so different. Love and blessings. Thank you. I try to be different. I want this ghost stories. We talk about souls. We talk about shit. Everybody talk about the same shit over and over. I'm gonna talk about that. The Brahma Bull. All right, I'm out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Salute to y'all. Have a great day. Great night. Yeah. Have a great night.